Oh my goodness, are we actually making a video? Are we making a video? And I had to check like my settings and stuff to make sure that you guys can hear me. It says I gotta sign into my Microsoft account. I gotta do that. What are you talking about? Go over to sound control panel, boom boom. Check the advanced settings. I think we're good to go. That way you guys don't hear a discrepancy between your left and right ears, because I've done that before. Y'all have seen videos in the past, maybe about a year ago. I've done it a few times, but hey, King Midas Collects, your boy Vaughn, back again, making a video because I've had piles and piles here of things that I've been meaning to show you guys, which is why the main lights are on, so you guys can get more of a feel in here. But more so too that these piles, right? I got to show you guys what we've been picking up. Well, you know, modern stuff, week-to-week stuff, collections. There's a ton to show you. So let's start off with something that I typically don't buy, but wanted to get this compendium because, as far as I'm aware, this is like new art that hasn't been used on any one of the covers. So this is a Jenny Frison led. She did every single cover of this series. She didn't write it. Tim Seeley wrote it. Her brother-in-law, I believe. But this is a revival. The complete compendium, right? I believe that is all. Is that right? All 50 issues? Did it go 50 issues? 30 issues? I can't remember. It's the entire thing. But as far as the reason why I picked it up is because, you know, it is technically a different cover, right? I don't think this has ever been made. Maybe they made it for like the trades that initially happened. I'm not sure. But the entire compendium, and I was able to still order it, you know, pre-order 2 months in advance, get a 30% off on it. Hey, it was worth it for me as a Jenny Frison fan to get to expand, right? If she does something new, even some of her gallery art, I check her IG often to see if some of that stuff is for sale. Of course, high-end collectors tend to eat up that quickly and buy it from her. It's sold out immediately. She only gets like 5 prints or something when it's a gallery piece, but hey, it's pretty cool stuff. Anyway, more importantly here, of course, the big thing in the last month and a half, of course, issue number 2 is already out with 3 about to drop here in December. But here's the first print, Absolute Batman #1. Already got those in the Mylar since they are sought after, right? Because check it over here. The second prints came out super quick, so we picked up 2 of those. You can find those pretty much everywhere. And then I believe this is a second print foil, Nick Dragotta cover there on that one. Yeah, I think that was it for that. So let me show you guys. Actually, let's just take this pile here and show you guys what we got here. It's quite a few books. Quite a few books. There's so many. There's so many. I took some advice too in the last video where you guys wanted to kind of take a look at these books a little longer. So what's going to happen is I guess I'm going to show you less books per video and have the books in frame a little longer, right? So here we go with Mark Spears Monsters. This guy has been just topping all the charts the last month or so. I know it's not Halloween, but it's still going pretty strong. This right here is the second print. Apparently there's an error version of this, so I have to look in them and see specifically if these are the error ones. They probably aren't, but still cool to have. And again, their second prints and those books are already 20 bucks. So we have this Sweetie Candy Vigilante here, kind of like a Swedish Fish kind of vibe to it, the colors and the palette of it, right? Pulling the bikini down, the piranha. What's next here? Oh, Transformers #1. This is a 10th printing, guys. 10th printing for Transformers. Issue #1. Excuse me, that's the 9th printing. 10th printing, I did order. Frankenstein issue #2. This is the second print, just like the different kind of, again, any kind of reprints that come out. If they are not reusing the cover art of the first print, I like picking them up. These are just show you really quick. These are freebies, right? For trick or treat Halloween. These are really cool to have. If as a retailer to pick these up to give the kids as they come in and throw them in as freebies. Of course, the awesome Alex Ross Doom riding that riding that dinosaur. Epic. Fun stuff. Okay, I think we're just going to do the pile right in front of me, and then with the other piles, make that in a separate video, and we'll do that video a little later. Kind of running through some stuff right now. I got a collection I got to process for a comic show, the last one of the year, December 8th, in Annandale, Virginia. It's actually going head to head with another one in Maryland that I normally attend, set up at. So, you know, loyalties like kind of get a little skewed there when you have to pick one, not vendor, promoter over the other. So it is what it is. All right, here's some variants that I've enjoyed in the last month that come out. So Fish the Khonshu here, Moon Knight number 2, Felipe Masafara there with Tigra and Moon Knight. Then we have this beautiful, I love Stephanie Hans. So Storm, issue number 2, Stephanie Hans 1 in 25. Picked up the 1 in 10 Sonic the Hedgehog Knuckles 30th anniversary. So it's kind of more of like a cartoony Sega, like Sonic 3D-esque artwork there. So 1 in 10, of course, all Sonics, low prints, right? The retailer incentives even more so. So it's going to be tough to find in the future. That's why we're picking them up now when we can order them. Next up, 1 in 25 here for Venom War Iziev. Issue number 1, the 1 in 25 Ricky Yagawa cover. Again, Yagawa is kind of picking up the cred of being the next Scotty Young type deal. So fun covers, especially when it's for Jeff the Land Shark. So I think in the future, if you're going to be a Jeff the Land Shark collector, this is going to be one of the ones that you want to go after. I'm kind of padding out this order here, so they were cheap enough to pick them up. So you know I like my 1 in 25s here. So Terry Dotson here, Ultimate Spider-Man 11, just in time for Thanksgiving when that was coming out, right? It's pretty cool here. Issue number 2, Terminator, the ongoing Dynamite series right now. So this was like the first appearance, or excuse me, this cover is significant because it is an Alex Ross retro variant cover here, but this was his actual first ever comic book cover. So they redid it again here. Pretty cool part of history for comics and for fans of the modern, the new age. We need to break up, because modern starts in 1984. We need to break up. That's a 40-year gap, and that's the biggest era of comics, and you need to break it up into a smaller age. But Alex Ross is definitely part of that, the history of this current age. We have I'm not sure this is 1 in 25 or 1 in 50, maybe 1 in 50, but this is Wolverine issue number 3 of the ongoing, the Virgin Lobos variant. Of course, you can order the trade dress version whenever for cover price, and cover price these days is still $3.99. Well, I mean, is Wolverine might be $4.99. Jeez. Okay, next up here we have this is a 1 in 50 for sure, Phoenix issue number 5. Is it Miguel Mercado, I believe, did this one. And again, you can buy the trade dress cover of this as well. But I kind of like that it was somewhat had that negative cover effect with the legs there, with their feet going into the body. So Mercado has been doing a lot of online exclusive variants that I have a lot of. But it was nice to see it back on the ratio portion of things. Next up, oh yeah, big one from a couple weeks ago, Ninja Turtles and Naruto, issue number 1. This is the one. Is it the 1 in 100? It might be the 1 in 150. Belen Ortega cover here. So we picked this one up because the price was well under. It was close to a 1 in 50 price if you were thinking about ratio. So that was the reason why we picked it up. All right, next up, this is a store exclusive. Unless it says it on the back, it does not. I don't know where this is from, but hey, G.I. Joe 1 just came out, so pick this up from an online retailer. This is the Joe Benitez variant cover here. And I'm a big fan of Lady Mechanica, so anytime I see Joe Benitez artwork, pick it up. I like Joe Benitez. So cool to see that. Trade dress and a Virgin for that. So we'll throw that over here. Alright, and next up, some of these are already in Mylar, which is nice. already moved them in the Mylar rather. Kind of bummed about this one because it's cardstock and there is a big spine tick on it. It's not color breaking, but it's cardstock, so you're not going to get this out. This is issue 672 of the ongoing for Vampirella. You know me, gotta get those virgin Perillos when they come out. So gorgeous cover here. Of course, trying to get you guys a good vantage point here so you can see the artwork and not so much of the glare from the Mylar. Next up, I believe this is a 1 in 50. 1 in 50 for Transformers number 14 of Derek Chu. Actually, I think it's the 1 in 25. I think it's just the 1 in 25. Should have wrote it on the back. I typically, if it's a virgin, what I like to do, guys, is write it right there. Oh, you can't see it, sorry. Write it right there so I know what it is. Most times I probably have a trade dress, so it helps if it's back to back with each other, but sometimes, especially IDW books, they're not going to put the ratio on there. DC's been doing a good job of it lately, putting it on the cover. For example, this was the 1 in 25 for Absolute Batman issue number 2. So it is in there. If you look at the barcode, they actually put it in there now. And they've made it even sleeker, so the barcode's a lot smaller, so it doesn't take up so much space on the cover. I think they listened to the fans on that. And they would have like the barcode and then a little black bar that would say the variant cover by select artists, if it's a ratio or whatever. And now it's like barely written on there, which is even, I don't know, it's cooler, I think. And then, of course, the 1 in 50 Absolute Batman by Sanford Green. Of course, big fan of Sanford Green, so anytime he's doing a cover, we pick him up, just like the connecting covers for Gotcha Man right now. Anytime I see any Bitterroot, gotta pick it up. This is a 1 in 25. Amazing Spider-Man. Issue 61, okay. Now, who is this? Bianca? Simone? Just a Dr. Doom cover. Kind of bought it to see if somebody needed it, but they already got a copy of it, so I'm more than happy to keep it for myself. Next up, always support Jeff the Call. Jeff the Call 1 in 25 on Batman Uncovered. Yep. Batman Uncovered, number 1. Jeff's the best as far as modern. I mean, you know me, I love Jenny Friz and I love my Archer, but I feel pound for pound, artistry-wise, I think Jeff is the best. That's easy for me to say. Batman and Robin, issue number 15. Ashley Wood. Ashley Wood's been doing a lot of Batman 1 in 25s lately. Did not pick up the Detective from last week. Maybe I just kind of wait for that one to go down a little bit in price before continuing to support my man there. Next up, we have Red Sonja issue 15. Of course, they're doing all the Icon variants with the trade dress and then the Virgins for the Frizen books from the 2014 run. So cool to pick them up because it's more Jenny Frizen art. Next up, a little bummed about this. There was like 5 copies of this and I didn't know this one was clawed up as much when I bought it. But this is Lilith. This is the 1 in 5 Tula Lotay cover from Vault Comics. Tula Lotay in my top 5 as far as artists that I pick up no matter what. As long as it's not over the top. Like I'm not going to pick up a 1 in 500 Sean Murphy Ninja Turtles number 1, unfortunately. Or even the David Nakayama 1 in 250 Ninja Turtles Naruto book that came out. Crazy stuff. Moon is following us, number 1. Daniel Warren Johnson, again in the top 10 of people that I just said top 5, but there is a lot of artists I'm like, yo, I pick them up no matter what. Frizen, Art Germ, Hughes, DeCall, Lotay, Joelle Jones, Daniel Warren Johnson. I think I already said DeCall. Nakayama, Warren Liu. Yeah, those guys definitely sit in the top 10. So this is a Third Eye exclusive red cover for that. And then we picked up this awesome Ryan Stegman. And unfortunately on the back of this one, I wrote that there's a ton of color rub. Not a ton, but there's a sad face on it. Color rub on the back near the staples for this, unfortunately. So as much as I love this cover and would love to see it slabbed, the back is just It's hard. It's tough on black covers. It is. All right, next up, the 1 in 50 Absolute Wonder Woman. Number 1, Jeff DeCall again, but you guys can get the trade dress of this. Also, there is a second print foil of this that just came out. So if that is also your bag, I would highly suggest picking it up. I mean, again, DeCall is just masterclass, so just love seeing that book. These are fun, Creepshow Illustrated. They're doing a lot of different like sports variant covers here. This is just a 1 in 5 for issue number 2. Yep, issue number 2 there. So really fun. I think these have long-term potential. Again, we were just talking about this, so good to see it here. Red Sonja 15, that's the icon variant there. These bad boys down. Okay, next up, oh, beautiful. So this was an exclusive Warren Liu book for Exceptional X-Men number 1. Boom. Told y'all. Warren Liu is killing it. And not only that, but of course we picked up the Virgin as well. I mean, you can't do Emma Frost better than that. So, let you guys get a good look at this one. This was an immediate pickup. I mean, I had to. It has sold out immediately, so very happy to have bought that right off rip. As soon as pre-orders open on that one. We have David Aja, Mandalorian. This is volume 1, issue number 1, the 1 in 25. Never got a chance to get this initially, so fun that it came in this. I bought a $50 variant comic pack, and this was one of the books in there, so it was really fun to get that one because it actually has some price, a decent price tag to it. Excuse me. Harley Quinn 31, Derek Chu cover that I didn't have, so good to have that one. Derek Chu is kind of like teetering in the top 10 of, depending on how digital the art looks. I tend to pick up his work. We have issue 74 of Sonic the Hedgehog. This is, yep, the retailer incentive variant, of course, as always. We have Wolverine Revenge number 3, the Red Band 1 in 25, of course, doing the pre-code horror homages that Marvel's been doing with a lot of the Red Band stuff. So fun to get this book. So they sold this to me. I picked it up and it said it was fine. Fine. The grade was fine. There's nothing wrong with this book at all. So they must have looked at it and thought that the staple was messed up, but it's just part of the cover. So I think they misgraded it, and there you go. We got it for all nothing. 2 more books, guys. Team Darkstalkers number 1. This is the 1 in 5 Albuquerque cover. So I wanted to pick that up because we got it for $3, but it was trending. So looks like we got some color rub on the staple, unfortunately. So that kind of stinks. It looks like it blends into the book, but it is color rub. Color rub is color rub. What are you gonna do? And last but not least, again, more Ashley Wood to finish off this video under the 20-minute mark. Very nice. Poison Ivy, Swamp Thing, Pharaoh Trees, number 1, the 1 in 25. Again, I just love Ashley Wood. So as abstract as it is, some people look at it like, that looks kind of funny. But hey, he did all those Metal Gear covers, and that artwork is fire. So can do no wrong in my book. Hey, okay, cool. We made a nice little video here, a return video, so I hope you guys saw some good stuff that you enjoyed. I kept the books in frame a little longer due to some feedback, so I hope it was adequate and not showing you as many books, right? I still got like 4 piles here that I could have shown you, but let's keep this a little short and we'll just get to the next video. So if you like this, do all that great social media stuff. Thank you so much for continuing to support across all platforms. It's meant a lot. And you guys checking out the Shopify store there, deepinkcollectibles.com. Please, we're always adding more books on the website, over 3,500 different titles for you to order. And if there's nothing on there that you see that you're looking for, hey, hit us up, shoot us an email. Until next time, guys, King Midas out, bag and boredom.